Casual versus friends with benefits versus dating. My friend gave me his opinion on what the clear definition and difference between those three are, but I'm not sure I fully agree with it, so I wanted to ask for other people's opinion. Now, I will say it did help me lower my expectations across the board for anyone in my life, like even beyond the dating sphere, which is healthy. However, I'm not really sure I agreed with every detail as to what is within the parameters of what his personal, opinion. Let me know your thoughts. So to start off with casual, he defined it as simply just a physical transaction situation where, you could go out for a date, sure, or meet up, but there should be absolutely like zero expectations whatsoever. Even if you made plans to see someone and they cancel on you last minute, that you should have absolutely zero expectations and that they're not giving you any onus of their time guarantee, respect to like kind of what's going on in your life too, which is kind of wild to me. I think across the board people should respect each other's time. I don't know, maybe this is my opinion. I think it's nice to try to give someone the common courtesy or heads up if things are changing. But to him, out the window, does not matter with casual. And then he said, you can't also get to the level of maybe expecting a little bit of a time commitment of like if you make an appointment to actually even see them at that time, unless you reach the friends with benefits category, which when you get to that category, you have to have established a pattern of repeatedly having seen the person at the casual level in order to get to that level. Like you can't just like meet someone and be like immediately at the friends with benefits level because they're not your friend yet. And honestly, I couldn't really fight that logic. At the same time, I'm also like, could you meet someone and just like plan from the get-go so you don't have to interact with other people and worry about health reasons? I don't know. Give me your thoughts on this. I was very mind blown by his opinions. And then the third tier, the last one, dating, is where, differently enough, he thought like when you started off, you should go with the intent of, are you looking for dating or are you looking for these like other casual things that are involve less emotional building and trust and all this stuff? Because if so, then his logic was to kind of reserve or physical connection with people at that tier to just kind of get to know the person for a while first over a longer period of time and have, conversations about like the commitment and what does that sound like to you? Is it exclusive? Is it still poly? Is it open? And just having more of those serious discussions and getting to really deeply know the person, which that I very much so agreed with. But he kind of thought like you should decide before you go out and see people, what is your intent with each person, and like kind of navigate from that angle of like, are you going out into the sphere like wanting to date right now or not a commitment to anyone? I don't really know. What are your thoughts on all of this stuff? Because it really threw me for a doozy. So I'd love to get you guys' thoughts on what the difference between all those categories are.